king of the road, trailer for sailoring.
Jana Leigh, thank you for stopping by my channel. Today I got a crazy video that came across my timeline on YouTube, and you have to see these recipes. They are totally disgusting. And if you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, share, and thank you for stopping by. Let's get started.
So the first thing we want to do is dip a taco shell in some cake mix. We're going to start with 2 eggs in our Doritos bag. Next, we're going to add a little bit of milk.
TikTok cooking, a phrase that would make a Navy SEAL pee their pants. Now, we've seen our fair share of, not so great cooking on this channel, but it seems like TikTok has the unique ability to always one-up what we've seen. And, well, today is no exception. Now, we looked at the TikTok account, Silly Girl, a few months ago, and I decided to go check on them, see how they're doing, and that might have been a mistake. You see, I really thought during the last video that this account was just some sort of joke, that they weren't really making these recipes to be serious, that it was just kind of a satirical account, but the fact that months later they are still continuing with the same kinds of recipes does not really help with that theory. Either that, or they're just extremely dedicated to making terrifying recipes. Don't know which one would be worse, but we did not come here to discuss the logistics of a TikTok cooking account. We're here to watch things that scare us enter an oven. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
We're going to start by grating a frozen chicken breast.
It's never a good...
Wait. That is a frozen chicken breast, and she is using a grater. I have never seen that before in my life. Not only that, that is raw meat, and she is contaminating this utensil. She has on gloves, which is good. Why?
Sign when you are literally not even 2 seconds into a video and they're already doing something like grating a chicken breast. I can safely say I have never seen this happen in my entire life. This cannot be a genuine cooking technique, right? Please tell me I'm right.
Flip my chicken around here, and this is what it should look like when you're done. I'm going to take our shredded chicken and I'm going to transfer it to a bowl. Crack an egg here. We're going to add some salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of Italian seasoning, and a little bit of...
At least she's seasoning the chicken. At least. Because, sometimes certain people, they don't season their chicken. So she gets a gold star for that, kind of.
Garlic powder. And I'm also going to add a little bit of breadcrumbs. Now we're going to mix all this together. Once you're done mixing, you want to mold it together almost like a ham.
At first I thought she was making some kind of meatloaf, because that's what you would add to meatloaf. But no. Just wait.
Hamburger patty. Now take some saran wrap, place it over your bowl. We want to place that inside our bowl.
One thing you can guarantee if you're following a recipe off of TikTok is that you are going to go through about 17 unnecessary steps to make something that could have been made in about 5 minutes. I cannot think of a single use you would have for this recipe if you need a whole bowl for one patty. You're going to use every bowl you have in your house trying to make enough food to feed a family.
Now we're going to take our chicken and we're going to place it into our bowl. You want to mold that to the bowl. Now we're going to fold over the saran wrap and do each side. Flip it over this way. Nice and tight. Now once that's wrapped, we want to place it into the freezer for about an hour.
I like how she wore gloves, presumably to not have to touch the raw chicken directly, and then proceeds to touch every single thing in her kitchen without taking off the gloves. Really not doing much for yourself.
All right, let's see if we can unwrap this thing.
That is so disgusting.
Gonna unravel the rest here. Place that into our flour, nice and gentle. I'm gonna coat that completely. All right, goes into our egg now. I want to cover it all up. Now it goes into our breadcrumbs. There we go. All right, let's give it a nice flip again. Now we're going to pop this into the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Okay, so let's...
That looks gross. That looks absolutely disgusting. That's disgusting. They don't even look right.
Actually been about 30 minutes. Let's take a look. Whoa!
So basically, you've managed to make breadcrumb coated chicken in about 400 extra steps. I mean, seriously, what is it with these life hack and cooking hack channels always trying to trick you into thinking their way is less work? It is literally always more effort to use their methods.
Wow! All right, we're just gonna cut this in half now. Oh, that's cutting nice and smooth. Nice and slow. All right, you ready? That looks just like bread. All right, I'm gonna grab some mayo here. There we go.
What?
Now we're gonna place some burgers. Now we're gonna place some cheese.
What is it with, don't get offended. What is it with white people and mayo? Y'all love some mayo. And oh, mayo is so gross to me. So gross. Wait a minute, did she just put a burger on the chicken? So it's bread. The chicken is the bread. Why? Why?
Cheese. I'm gonna place another burger. I'm gonna place a little bit of ketchup.
What?
One more layer of cheese. I'm gonna add some crispy bacon. And to top it off, our burger bun. There you go. Look at that.
You know what? I don't want to. I don't like what I'm seeing, quite frankly. You have just created a monster. I thought we were making a vessel for some sort of sauce, some sort of basic chicken meal, and you mean to tell me you have created a hamburger bun out of chicken? Is this legal? Because it shouldn't be. At least not doing it this way.
So we're gonna start with the block of Velveeta cheese.
You just know if you're on a social media site and you're watching a cooking video and a block of Velveeta cheese gets thrown into the mix, it's not.
Okay, I have to take a break. This this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Why? Why is there just, it's not even shredded. It's not, she just threw a block of cheese into a Pyrex dish. Why? Let's go.
Gonna end well.
We're gonna add some macaroni noodles. Add about halfway up the cheese. Now we're gonna add some heavy whipping cream. You just wanna use enough to cover the noodles. That's enough right there. Now we're gonna add some freshly grated Monterey Jack cheese. And last little bit right here. Make that nice and even. Now we're gonna add about 1 cup of water. It's gonna help our noodles cook. Now I'm gonna add some mozzarella cheese. Now we're gonna place this into the oven at 375 for 30 minutes.
What is with these channels and
That doesn't even look right. That doesn't even look right. You have a whole block of cheese in the middle. A whole block.
being so adamantly against cooking pasta in the traditional way? I mean, this looks fine, except for the fact that you just didn't at least kind of cook the pasta before you put it in. I mean, fine is kind of a gracious term, I will admit. There's enough cheese in this dish to kill a large horse, but you know what I mean.
Now while that's baking, we're gonna make our topping.
cheese,
Gonna
though.
add some breadcrumbs.
Cheese doesn't
Need a
bother
lot
me
to
in
cover the
that
top. Now we're gonna add some melted butter. There we go. We're gonna give this a light mix here. Combine all that together. So when it looks like brown sugar, that's when you know it's ready. Now we're gonna add some seasoning. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt.
Wait a minute. Is she talking about toppings for the macaroni and cheese? It doesn't need a topping. I've never eaten homemade macaroni and cheese with a breadcrumb topping.
Some parsley flakes to make it look pretty. And last but not least, some grated Parmesan cheese.
The more I watch these videos, the more I realize that these dishes are pretty much all made of the same ingredients, just a few differences here and there. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this woman not bread something.
We're gonna start with 2 eggs in our Doritos bag. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of milk.
You know what? No, I'm not even gonna humor this one. Sorry, people, I have standards.
We're gonna start by adding some boiled pasta, and I wanna fill it about 3/4 way up.
I'm curious now what she was going to make. I mean, what can you make with Doritos and milk and eggs? What was she doing? Was she making a crust or something? Oh my God. I'm curious now.
Crack 1 egg. There we go. Nice and pretty. Next, we're gonna add some milk. I'm using about 175 milliliters. Next, we're gonna add some vegetable oil, just using a 1/4 cup here. Now we're gonna give it a little bit of flavor. using paprika. Next, I'm gonna add some nutmeg. This gives it a nice flavor as well. I'm gonna
Nutmeg.
pop both yolks, and now I'm gonna gently stir this around.
I mean, at least
Okay, I have to take a oh my God. Why didn't you just mix this up in a mixing bowl? And now you have it in this awkward dish trying to stir it up all together. When you could just mixed it in a mixing bowl. I don't understand your logic. I don't get it. And on top of everything, this looks gross.
the pasta is boiled, I guess. But this is still just dumb stunt food. She literally poured the pasta out of a mixing bowl that she could have just done this in, but instead, to get more comments and feed the algorithm, she mixes it in a very inefficient way so people get angry. And it's working.
I find that by twisting this works best. Now I'm gonna sprinkle some of that feta in here, make it nice and cheesy. Next, I'm gonna finely chop up some fresh parsley. We're gonna make it nice and pretty and colorful. We're gonna give this another toss. It's one of my favorite meals in the world. Okay, now we're gonna place this into the oven at 355 for about 30 minutes.
One of your favorite meals.
Wow,
the whole world.
that's perfect.
Yes, if you entered this into the burnt noodle with egg and nutmeg competition, I think you might just win first place.
Listen to that sizzle. Okay, we're gonna take a cutting board now. Place it on top. Very slowly and gently. Wow, it worked!
Oh, really? It did? I suppose
That
me
was
and
the
you might
goal?
have different definitions of.
That was the goal. That looked like some dry ass noodles. Dry ass noodles. Who wants to eat that? And she said this is her favorite dish in the whole world. Oh, my nerves, my nerves, my nerves.
That word.
So the first thing we want to do is dip a taco shell in some cake mix.
That's gotta be the
Jeez.
first time a human.
Where did she get this from? Like, does she dream this up? Like, where does she get these recipes? This is a taco with cake mix on it. No, that doesn't even go together.
being has ever said that in history. Now it's time we dip a taco in some cake mix? What? Look, I know people joke about Americans' diets, but I promise we do not eat this way.
Want to make sure we fully
I
cover
don't
that.
eat that
Now that
way
it's completely
at
covered,
all.
we want to dip it in some hot oil. Be gentle, don't burn your fingers. This one should be done. Take it out and transfer that over here, right next to the other one. Now we're going to take another taco shell and place it inside for it to hold its shape while it dries. Now once they're cool, we're going to remove our taco shells and place them into our taco holder.
You know what's sad? I could definitely see this being on the dessert menu at one of those taco shops that charge like $14 a taco, and I bet people buy it.
Look how cute that is. We're going to pour some water in a pot and bring that to a boil. Place a bowl on top here, and we're going to melt some chocolate. Set that in there. See how that's steaming? That's gonna melt our chocolate nicely. So smooth. And we're gonna fill our tacos. Oh yeah, this is the best dessert ever. Now I'm gonna take a banana and chop that nice and fine. I'm gonna take our bananas and place them inside. A few more here. Now I'm gonna grab some strawberries. We're gonna chop these up like our bananas, nice and fine. All right. One.
Keep in mind, there's an actual taco inside the cake. Inside those cake tacos, there's an actual taco. Otherwise, this wouldn't be too bad with the cake and the chocolate and fruit. But there's a taco. There's a taco inside.
Two. That's better. Couple more things. I'm gonna scoop up some ice cream here. It's the best. My favorite. All right, now last one here.
You know, this has the potential to be delicious if you were to just fry
Yes.
some cake batter and shape it into the form of a taco, but the fact that
Exactly.
there is an actual taco shell inside of this just ruins it. You can't just fry away the taste of a pre-bought taco shell. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but the flavors of strawberries and ice cream and the flavors of an old El Paso taco shell do not exactly mix. Well guys, another day, another video full of horrifying recipes.
That was disgusting. Disgusting. discuss. That's all that's running through my mind. These are discuss. Who thinks up these recipes? Was she coked out? Was she high when she came up with like how? Oh Lord. Anyway, comment below your thoughts. I would love to hear them. I would love to hear them. And if you tried some of these recipes, please comment below because I want to see how your reaction to these recipes. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.